Hallo, ich bin der Videospieler. Wir spielen heute ein neues Adventure. Wir spielen Cathy Rain von Clifftop Games und published by Raw Fury. Ja, wir starten direkt los. Das ist A Detective is Born, ist der Untertitel. Ich bin gespannt, das ist ein AGS-Adventure, so richtig schön klassischer Pixel-Style. Grafiken sind
Hey you. Hey.
von denen, die auch
Oh man.
Gott, Watch It Eye Games Spiel gemacht haben. Resonance, glaube ich.
God,
Genau,
this
Resonance.
is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Uh-huh. This room sure looks different when it's spinning.
So I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when I...
Listen, Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but...
Wait, hear me out. So I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and...
Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep.
And get this! His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
What did you just say?
You knew him, right? I knew it! I knew you'd know him.
Yeah, he was my grandfather. Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you up.
That is not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
I know. Well, anyway, you should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good night, Eileen.
Good night, Kathy.
Okay, so fängt schon mal das Spiel an. Mein Großvater ist gestorben, aber ich bin wohl nicht so der Fan von ihm. 1995, 25. September.
Oh God, make it stop.
Das ist der Wecker von Eileen.
Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
Dann machen wir ihn halt aus.
Looks like Eileen left a note for me here. Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral. Thank me later. E. I'm so getting a new roommate. Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is. That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks. I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever. I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever. Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy. We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter. Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood, and contempt for humanity check. I can certainly see the appeal of blindly rummaging through Eileen's clothes, but seriously, I've got better things.
Okay.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers. Mildred. Oh my God, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas. Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Set alarm clock for Kathy. Can't have her miss the funeral. Eileen makes her bed with surgical precision.
Procrastinator.
Would be fun, but a bit too childish, even for me. Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
Den einen Computer hier für euch zwei.
Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes. I'm no geek, but I know how to use one. A computer, that is. Not a geek.
So, mal kurz abgelenkt.
Our room phone. It's got an external line.
Ich wüsste nicht, wen ich anrufen soll.
Just a phone. It's some
Scanner hat er auch.
advanced scanner thingy. It can scan pictures, tapes, all sorts of stuff. The Thing. One of my favorite horror movies. Pulp Fiction. Love that flick. Just some random band poster.
Just some random band poster.
Messy. Just the way I like it.
Warum haben die eigentlich Stockbetten, wenn die nur zu
My
zweit da
electric
im
guitar.
Zimmer sind?
Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Good times.
Think
Helped me
about
get rid
it.
of my last two roommates. Nah, it's no fun when there's no one around to annoy with it.
Okay, ich glaube, ich kann gehen. Gehen wir mal zum Funeral. Okay, hinter meinem Bild ist jetzt hier, kann ich auswählen, dass ich zum Friedhof will. Vielleicht muss ich mein Bild noch verschieben in der Aufnahme das nächste Mal. Ich denke, das Inventar ist da unten, also ich habe jetzt auf Friedhof geklickt.
Well, here we are. God, I really need a smoke. Does anyone object? Guess not. Dead people rule.
So. Tombstone.
No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
Ja, dann lauf mal darüber.
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. In sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies so they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
So, wer ist es? Mrs. Rain.
Mary Elizabeth Rain, my grandmother on my father's side.
Das Gesicht sieht so jung aus. Zumindest im Pixel.
Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, hon? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine? Who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit.
Ist ja voll nett. Joseph Irving Rain. 24 bis 95. Naja. 70 Jahre ist jetzt nicht so wahnsinnig.
The coffin is lowered, but the grave hasn't been filled up yet. Rest in peace, Grandpa. I wish things could have been different.
Elizabeth Parker. Die ist auch nicht alt geworden. Oh, ein Kind. 16 Jahre.
It says price. A family mausoleum. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap. No reason to go in there.
Da gibt's auch einen Anne Blackwell.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father?
And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from the 7 big ones?
I simply meant that we are all sinful creatures, child. I hope to see you at the church.
Don't get your hopes up, buddy.
I'll pray for you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
Boah, den hätte ich auch sowas von gefressen. So diese... Einfach die Annahme. Die muss ja sündenvoll sein hier. Also, Rain Residence.
Grandma, anybody home?
Inzwischen regnet's.
There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window. A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds. Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley. Dog fighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff. Cute red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think. This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently. An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Probably used recently.
Hello, Grandma. Are you here?
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come, have a seat. We have so much to talk about.
Ja, fängt jetzt ein bisschen langsam an,
So, now,
aber
tell me
schön
about your life in the
atmosphärisch.
city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my 2nd year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, Nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon, then?
Mom is... I had her committed to a place where she could get some real help. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. In spite of everything that happened when she took you away.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Du weißt gar
Goodness
nichts, gell?
gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what.
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first. All dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word. Forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. It must have had something to do with the war.
What do the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch. But the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about them.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
So, also ich habe eine Aufgabe. Yay! Also, das haben wir gesprochen.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Halt nochmal. Oh, schon da.
Mind if we talk for...
Not at all.
Was kann ich hier machen? Show Notebook, Show Gun. Ah, da kann ich die...
What do you think about this church?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
I don't want to show her that. I don't want to show her that. I don't want to show her.
Okay.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Gut, jetzt schauen
There's
wir hier noch ein
nothing
bisschen
quite
um.
like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window. Grandpa in his Air Force uniform looks to be in his early 20s. Planes, planes, and more planes. Planes.
Das ist kein
That's my
Flugzeug.
great-grandfather, Eric Wren.
Ehrlich.
I never met him. They changed the spelling to Rain after he died, I think.
Eric Reagan.
Some woman dressed fancy. I'm not sure how I'm related to her, but she has my hair. Planes, planes.
Booze.
Expensive-looking scotch. That thing has been standing there forever. Huh. Would be kind of funny to see her reaction, but no. A robust piece of wooden furniture. I used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets. Grandpa and me, we had this game where he would hide pennies around the house and I would go on a treasure hunt. Never in the attic, though. I thought it was too scary up there. Nice leather chair. Freckles, the old farm cat, used to love that thing. Grandma has prepared some tea for us. Nah, I'm more of a coffee gal. Mind if we talk for...
Not at all.
Ich wollte nicht reden.
Well, gotta go, Grandpa.
Bye, cat.
An intricate toy airplane with moving parts. I remember playing with that. Grandpa had a whole collection of them. A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it.
Also das ist jetzt wirklich ein Spiel mit extrem viel, einfach so, guck die Sachen an, geht die Beschreibung, die allermeisten Sachen davon werde ich wahrscheinlich nie brauchen, aber es finde ich schön. Das baut eine Atmosphäre auf.
Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not. A small table lamp. These should come in handy when I need to make calls. It's a phone book, Conwell Springs County. I should be able to use this for looking up phone numbers of people or places in town. No result for that.
Ach so, okay.
A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed. It's a photo of this very farm from way back. I wonder why It was a joke, you know.
Aber es gibt ein Achievement, also.
I shouldn't overstay my welcome.
Okay, also machen wir uns auf den Weg. Raus in den Regen. Ich wollte nur nicht raus in den Regen. So. Sheriff Station. So, wir sind jetzt hier bei der Sheriff Station, aber ich denke, jetzt ist mal ein guter Zeitpunkt, eine Pause zu machen. Ich sag tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Euer Videospieler. Und damit sind wir am Ende dieses Videos angelangt. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, ich habe noch jede Menge mehr Videos in meinem Kanal. Schaut rein, abonniert, unterstützt mich finanziell auf Patreon, würde mich freuen. Tschüss und vielen Dank.